the touchscreen on the PS Vita will become like it's this gimmick with Sony. For some Sony are trying to outdo Nintendo with the gimmick type of thing. Like with the PS3 with the 6-axis. Yeah, for the first year, people are trying to experiment with it. Now it is completely useless.
Apart from
no one ever used it.
no. Any game by
Who
that
uses
game company can use the 6-axis well, though.
There's one company that I know of who used it, and that was Ninja Theory, and they did horrible.
What do they? Ninja Theory. What do they try and do with the 6-axis then?
What they did is, they did it so horribly that when I got a Heavenly Sword, I couldn't play it because you can't go on unless you use the 6-axis, and I didn't want to, but they forced you to on new.
That's a shame. I'm a big fan of Ninja Theory because I love Enslaved.
It's really gay how they did that.
Enslaved is. They probably, in all honesty though, what's the case? What's the guess? They're probably forced to do that by Sony. That's usually the case. Like
probably.
The thing,
a lot of games at the
what's weird though is that a lot of games now are being really like looked after by the distributors or anything like that. So Microsoft games are constantly having people at Microsoft looking over and making them like use their latest stuff. And it's like Mass Effect 3, connects out, hint, hint. And then it's just like, Sony's just like, hey, makers of Heavenly Sword, 6-axis is out, hint, hint. And then it's just like, and then Nintendo, everyone badmouths Nintendo, but it's because they're the only company who have the human decency to just go, here's the console. If you have the inventiveness, you'll be fine. If you use us as shovelware, then you will put us back in a bad position for the next 20 years.
You're stealing my podcast. You're stealing my topic from my podcast, Miniman. How dare you?
Really?
I just like
nice.
I just like how Nintendo is always in every single time that people are that Sony or Microsoft is releasing their latest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like for example, from the latest consoles, the Xbox and the PS3 and the Nintendo Wii, Nintendo's just waiting there and say, okay, we're gonna have motion control controllers.
Mm.
And then the next Expo after that, everybody is going, okay, yeah, we're getting motion controllers too. We're getting Kinect. Okay, how about this? 3D with no glasses. They're just sitting back and like looking at it down while they're thinking up with new ideas.
Yeah, that's the thing. This is the joke that I love. One of my favorite jokes is Nintendo, because Nintendo, I think people underestimate how ahead of the curve Nintendo always are. Like, it's a shame that people always look down on them, because I think they're one of the best companies ever. I'm not a fanboy, I just think that they're actually so ahead of the curve of everyone else. And
I will always be with Sega. Like, Sega was awesome.
Sega!
Even Dreamcast 2.
Oh my god.
Well, another thing is that Nintendo never changes too.
Yeah.
Like, their consoles change and their look change, but all the games that they release, they don't change.
That's the only problem with them. But the thing is that their actual hardware and their inventiveness of... Well, the problem is stuff like the Mario stuff, though. I mean, when you look at its history, it has actually changed quite a bit. I mean, Mario Galaxy and stuff like that, that's all such clever use of the hardware. Like, what they do is they have their franchises, which they use to support their new hardware. And, that's both their failing and one of their successes, is that, they can adapt. They're really good at adapting franchises. Like, that's one of their strengths. But the thing is, this is one of my favorite jokes, which is that at an expo, Nintendo will announce something. And then about 2 expos after that, it was kind of reversed. Nintendo do something. Sony ask, how can we copy Nintendo? And then Microsoft ask, how can we combat Sony? So literally, it's just like, Nintendo Wii, we have motion controls. Sony, we have motion controls. And Microsoft went, Sony have motion controls now. That's it. I've got a plan. We have no controls. in all driving aside, I have a Kinect, and I think the thing's underrated. I love that thing.
It is actually underrated.
The voice commands on it are great. And plus, the fact is
that's too much of a gimmick thing. I really don't like shouting at my bloody Kinect. It's really weird. And when people come in the room, like, weirdo.
Oh yeah,
I'm trying to use the Kinect.
Well, no, you should have seen it beforehand. Beforehand, it was a gimmick. Now it's actually a viable way to get around it. Because if I want to get to my latest DLC on a game, I just go Kinect Bing Mass Effect 3. Although I never do that because it's shit. Oh god, and especially what the fuck was up with their price tags? Mass Effect 3, to get all the best stuff, you need, you need to have an iOS game and complete that to get your Galaxy Hero rating up. You need to do You need to do a shit ton of multiplayer. You also need to buy the collector's edition so that you can get, or pay 800 points on the day so you can get a fucking Prothean. You know, something that's on the disc. I mean, I'm sorry.
On the disc DLC.
Yeah. Mass Effect 3 actually has a lot of on-disc DLC.
Oh my god.
This is why.
Speaking,
Go on,
it's
Sean.
funny to say something about on the disc DLC.
Yeah.
Capcom did the
Because-
same thing with Street Fighter X Tekken.
They have like I think it's
Everyone's hating
12
it.
characters on the disc, and you have to download them all and buy them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
That's
any of you guys see Mega Man for the Street Fighter X
Yes,
Tekken?
I've seen
He
it.
looks
and
like
I
he looks like a fat retired actor who they just brought out.
That's because
Like,
he-
hey, it's him.
Isn't that because he's Mega Man Box Art 1 Mega Man?
He looks horrible.
I know.
Don't bring it
That's
in
because
there.
no one likes Mega Man Box Art 1 Mega Man. The worst thing
Oh,
about
like,
Mega Man 1 was the box art. Everyone knows that.
The reason he's fatter is because he hasn't been Mega Man in years. So he's
Exactly.
No, since they cancelled Legends 3, he just started drinking. I mean, I'm sorry.
Very nice.
Yeah.
He looks like some guy cosplaying as Mega Man.
Oh
Really.
shit! I
He
just
came
realised
on
something.
screen.
Sorry.
Ew.
I mentioned this earlier, so I have to do this. Sean, tell us what radio thing he was talking about. Go, Sean.
What?
Well, who was it that told us
Okay.
about a radio thing?
Big Mac, I think.
Big Mac talking
Yeah, me.
about some radio thing he was talking about. Go, Big Mac.
This radio station is it's actually an internet radio. It's called
That was the thing the Big Mac had to tell us about.
it's called True Capitalist Radio, and it's become an internet phenomenon ever since it first appeared. Basically about this guy who gets trolled constantly.
What was that again? Say the name of it.
True Capitalist Radio. Here, I'll type it out.
True Capitalist.
True
Yeah.
capitalist. Capital I. I don't know.
True Capitalist.
Capitalist.
Oh, True
True capitalist radio. Okay.
True Capitalist Radio.
Yes.
Okay, True Capitalist Radio. Wait, just a quick question. Actually, you know how I said, oh, it's going to be the funnest hour of your anime week. It's probably go on longer than an hour, knowing me. I'm really bad at keeping to schedules. Because we're already like nearing the hour, but I don't care.
We are past the hour now.
Are we? You guys alright with that?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Fuck yeah.
I don't
Fine.
care about my dirty room with my bed in the middle of the room and nothing
actually,
hooked up. I'm fine with that.
Because no one's watching at this point, I'm pretty damn sure. Can everyone insult the viewers for me?
Ah, you viewers, you suck balls and
Yeah.
eat donkey
What the
shit.
fuck are you doing? Watching,
You're
what was
full
it,
of
part
shit,
5? Who watches part 5 of anything? You know?
No one.
What
God.
was this?
I-
What is this?
That's
Shadow of
become-
Israel 35. What? When we got to part 5.
Where's Lanky Geezer going to start insulting us saying, oh, this was not informative at all.
Whoa. He's Lanky.
Lanky is the smartest person who's ever commented.
Yeah, that's the thing.
know. That's
I'm
it.
joking. I'm not trying to say that.
He's actually one of the smartest, and actually, I'd argue one of the nicest commenters ever. Like, he doesn't troll; he's honest, and I like that about him. The thing is,
Yeah,
though,
absolutely.
slight problem is that because he on his reviews, he reviews on every video, and I like him for that. You know, like on every part of every video he'll review. But it's quite funny because if I can find it, he sort of with my last week's one, you could sort of see as it was going along that he was constantly changing his mind about things. It's really funny. But on this one, it'll be like part 1, okay, it seems a bit, all over the place. Part 2, oh my god, he's fucking offending me. And if he gets to part 5, he'll just be like, oh, maybe he's being nice. I just don't want, I need to splice it carefully though, because the problem is, in the timing wise, part 4 to part 5 will either have part 4 ending with us insulting Lanky Geezer, or part 4 starting with us insulting Lanky Geezer. Or halfway through, so we'll have to see. Oh, I got a comment. Actually, are we ready to read the new comment I got last?
Or we could just split up every single Lanky comment and insult that we've ever done and put it into
One
just
video.
one part. Yeah, just
I was
one
about,
part.
I was about to read the new comment really epically, but I think I know the guy who did this comment because it's from some guy called Pancho Cheesecake. That's right. You heard chime music when you started your bedtime story, lol.
Oh, I did.
Did you hear chime music?
I did when we were starting the review and said, "Let me tell you the interesting story," and I was
Do,
hearing like,
do, do, do.
I just heard that,
Ah, that's
and it was like very dreamy.
Lanky King has returned. A lot of actually, it's quite funny that
Should we-
I'm looking at the dates of these, and we've actually probably had.
You should bring him on the Skype stuff. That'd be funny.
Yeah,
I want to get him on Skype because he actually seems like a nice guy. I like him. Like I want him to be on Skype. I want him to be on the show at least 1 week. Hell, I'll give him an Aniview interview. I just want to hear an entire Aniview interview.
I do have the Lava Buster on Skype in my contacts.
The who?
my money is that he's a 9-year-old kid.
You know who the Lava Buster is?
The Balava Buster.
Uh-huh.
No, actually.
No.
It's probably one of those things where I really should know, isn't it?
Nobody
Oh,
knows
okay.
what.
Well, I recommend you check him out.
I will actually. If you leave his thing in the in this Skype box, this Skypey wipey blocks, I will. The Skypey wipey wipey blocks. Oh my god. Oh, nah, Mr. Fuzz just mentioned the fact that he'd been mentioned in one of the comments. Because remember on last week talking about Mr. Fuzz? He's commented on him being commented. So here's a third comment. That's right, people. Commentception. Duh. I just
Don't do that stupid meme
Mr.
thing.
Fuzz, respond to this saying, "Oh my god, I've been commented about a comment on my comment. Can you please write that so then we can get commentception?" I really want commentception right now. But like, and then my reply to that will just be a link to the link to the video Inception Horn 10 hours, because that'd be amazing. Just I have to check out the Lava Buster.
Since you're talking about Inception, how many of you guys got it the first time?
Me? It's because we have the ability to fucking
me,
listen
of course.
for 1.5 hours, you dick.
Thank
what's
you,
wrong with all these
intelligent
people who
here.
say, "Oh, I had to watch it 2 times to understand"? I was like, no, you had to watch it 2 times to learn what a fucking tutorial is.
I just
Inception.
got bored the
Inception
second
is
time.
Inception is like Final Fantasy 13 if it was in movie terms. In that half of it's a tutorial that's in a linear and straight line, and then it gets quite good. I love.
All of it was
Well,
good.
don't forget to add a bunch of Call of Duty because that's what the third half is.
The third half.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
The
the
third
last
third.
1/3 of the
Third
movie.
act.
Yeah, the third act is all just Call of Duty stuff,
I don't.
which came out of nowhere.
I don't know. I quite enjoyed
It
the
didn't
third
really
act.
it didn't really come out.
It didn't come out very Call of
Well,
Duty to me because I mean, I don't know. I think the thing was it was always leading there, and I was quite happy that it got there eventually. Like because the thing is, it was. But unlike Call of Duty, you actually had some sort of like, oh, okay, I kind of understand why all this is happening. Like it was all about understanding why everything was going on. That was really cool.
That is so ironic. The way you said it. That I understand what's going on, and this is an Inception.
Yeah.
What?
This is. See, all you need. This is how you pretty much make sure you understand Inception. Okay. Actually, Inception has given me a massive problem with every time I watch something now. Every time there's a dramatic plot twist, I expect the Inception horn. As in, like, literally. I mean, I don't like EastEnders, but every time I walk in and, like, my mother's watching EastEnders or something, all I can hear in my head is just, it's like, you know what? I don't think I love you that much. Okay. All right. But, like, this is on anything, like, remotely minor, including in real life. Just, it's like, my ex-girlfriend comes up to me and just, like, that I was slightly offended by that thing you said. And in my head, it's just like, Rob.
You should get someone following you around with a boombox with the Inception horn on it.
Hell yeah. Just
No, just get someone with a trombone.
No, trombone.
Follow you around.
No. If you have someone with a trombone following around, that means you're really fat. Everyone knows that.
I was waiting for you to say that.
It's the definitive fat sound. Everyone.